Okay, all right. I see us in the Housecall Pros Facebook group now. Pros, happy Thursday. Welcome to Pro Power Hour. This is something we do every Thursday at this time. You can think of this as a product training webinar. If you're new here, if you're new to Power Hour, welcome. I hope some of you found it through our virtual summit last week. And for anybody that missed that, I highly encourage you to go back. We've got all the recordings available. If you want those, I can get those to you. We had Mike Rowe there and a panel of other speakers, Emmy Mello, and a lot of good sessions with some of our pros. Um, so we've been off for a couple of weeks with the holiday and then the virtual summit. I'm excited today. We're going to be talking about our accounting and tax solutions here at Housecall Pro and how those can work for you. We have a recording library, all of our past sessions. So everything from jobs to service plans to reporting. We've done deep dives on those. You can go back and watch those sessions. I'm excited today. Normally Phil joins us, but I've got the accounting and tax team here. And so, JB, I'll start with you. I'll let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll dive into your presentation first.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy holidays. I'm JB. I'm manager over on the Success Advisor team, which we will be your first point of contact should you have interest in the accounting and tax solutions over here at Housecall Pro.
Awesome. My name is Caitlin. I am a manager in the bookkeeping department and oversee everything thereafter. So,
Hi everyone, I'm Akila. I'm one of the enrolled agents in the tax department. So I'm one of the tax experts that will be helping you if you decide to work with us.
Yeah, thank you guys all for being here. If you're watching on Facebook or you're here with us on Zoom, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop that in the chat. Um, and I just realized I didn't introduce myself. I'm Chris Weldon. I'm one of the community managers with Housecall Pro. If you need any help along the way, please feel free, reach out to me. You can DM me on Facebook. And yeah, JB, I think we wanted to start with some slides and talk a little bit about some benefits.
All right, yeah, let's go. Just give me one sec to share screen. All right. Perfect. So excited to talk to you guys about accounting today. Not always the most exciting thing we know, but we do have a pretty awesome solution here built for you guys and your businesses. So what is HCP accounting? It is our fully integrated bookkeeping solution built right inside Housecall Pro. So that basically means that your books are finally connected to the same place you run your business. Very convenient there. With accounting, with HCP, your bookkeeping is done for you by real experts. So no more guessing, no more trying to keep up on your own, just hoping for the best. We got you covered. You'll also get unlimited access to a team of trained bookkeepers who specialize in your types of businesses. So they specialize in trades. They know home service businesses, they know the challenges that you run into, they speak your language, and they know how to categorize things correctly. Your numbers, they do come to life through simple visual dashboards built right into the system you already use. So at any moment, you can see how your business is performing without digging through spreadsheets or trying to shoot from the hip. Every financial input from inside Housecall Pro, payments, expenses, payroll, financing, all of that stuff, it flows right directly into the books. So that basically means less manual work, right? Fewer mistakes, less moving things from one place to another, and everything is in one place. Bottom line, you get a bookkeeping team that becomes an extension of your business, keeping you informed, organized, and confident in your numbers. Just one second, I'll get to the next slide there. All right, so what is the problem? Why did we create it? We built this because bookkeeping has become a little bit scattered. We've noticed in talking to many of our pros, they're logging into multiple systems just to manage the financial side of the business. So for a lot of you, bookkeeping becomes DIY, late nights, guesswork, and just kind of hoping it's right. Again, we've talked to many pros who found themselves in rough spots come tax time. So we're trying to alleviate that stress. So this takes valuable time away from running your business, right? Doing the books. So we want to give you that time back. We've heard loud and clear that monthly financial insights that are clear are something that is a big request. You want to know where your money is going and how your business is performing without spending those hours trying to figure it all out yourself. We know tax season, it's another major pain point, like I kind of mentioned. Last minute scrambling and then expensive lump sum CPA bills can really set us back and add to the stress about whether everything was done correctly. So HCP accounting solves these problems. Essentially, we put everything in one place for you, keeping your books accurate month after month and giving you clean financial reports so you always know where you stand. And when tax season comes around, no more chaos, no more stress, no more moving quickly right at the deadline. We've actually got something built there as well to take that headache off your plate. So what is our solution? We've got some pretty cool stuff built in here. So because it's integrated with Housecall Pro, you access everything right from your My Money page where you go to see your payments, your credit card transactions, financing, all that good stuff. It'll just be a new tab right on that same page. Your bookkeeping team, it will deliver monthly financials accurately, including your profit loss, income statements, balance sheets, cash flow statements, all the stuff that your business really needs, to run month over month. And then at year end, we give you a tidy, tax-ready financial package. So you or your tax pro have exactly what's needed to file. Now, if you've fallen behind, we also offer catch-up. So, if you're looking back at 2025, we can get all of that cleaned up for you as you sign up for the accounting solution as well. So we can help you going forward and get things done historically. But what really sets us apart is the team. I think a lot of people use QuickBooks and they have all of these softwares for bookkeeping. They end up doing it themselves. That's the major difference here. You're not just getting a software to do your own books. You're also getting a team of bookkeepers to manage that for you. So the Housecall Pro hired bookkeepers, they work exclusively with us. They're service professional, focused. That's where they come from is the home trades. You'll get unlimited one-on-one support, chat, Zoom. We have phone support that went live recently. So whatever works for you, you can always schedule a call or a Zoom with your bookkeeper. And then there's also, the trusty blue chat bubble, of course, that you can also leverage. So we built this new communication interface just to keep you as connected with the bookkeepers as possible. We understand that these are big things. This is important stuff, regarding your business, and we want to make sure that you feel supported and that you have someone there in your corner anytime you might need it. Quick chats, helping you understand a report, things like that. They're willing to help out. Right. So some benefits. Why should you use this? Well, if you're already using Housecall Pro to run your business, this is just one way to simplify that even further. So it's going to cut out a lot of manual uploads, moving things from Housecall Pro to QuickBooks or any other service or software that you might be using. It's all synced up automatically. When a customer swipes the card, that's automatically accounted for. The dedicated bookkeeping team, getting your accurate and reconciled monthly books delivered, on a very timely manner. And these people know the business. So if you have questions or anything in regards to categorization, things like that, they can talk through that with you and make sure that you know exactly where the money is going and coming from. Next up is one-on-one unlimited expert support, kind of what I touched on just a moment ago. You do have, the availability to speak to your bookkeepers anytime, obviously during business hours, but they're there for you anytime that you need them. And again, you can reach out via chat, phone, email, whatever works best for you in that moment. Feel free to reach out. And just to give you our service level promise there, we will reach out and respond to you within one business day or less. Obviously, mostly it's less, but we just want to make sure, that you guys do feel supported and know that we're not going to leave you hanging. Financial dashboards, find accurate profit and loss, cash flow statements, and your balance sheets. So these reports, again, like I said, they're on the My Money page. So it's right where you used to going to already, kind of get a visible look at your financials. So you'll get a clear understanding of your business performance, and then you can make the right decisions for the business without shooting from the hip or hoping for the best. You'll actually have a pretty solid view there to make those decisions. And then at the end of the year, you'll have a nice package ready to go to the IRS. You can obviously, chat with your tax expert, CPA, whomever, to get that filed, but we will deliver that to you, the full year ready to go. And then catch up bookkeeping, like I mentioned, any historical books that you might have, we can absolutely handle those for you and get those cleaned up, just so you have a clean view looking back and going forward. All right, what differentiates us? Biggest thing, you're already using Housecall Pro, good news. So this is going to streamline a lot of that process, right? Like I kind of mentioned, staying within one platform, it's a big time saver, less vendors to pay for, to manage, to communicate with. It takes a lot of that off of your plate. So again, no need to manually upload or duplicate work. We will do most of that for you. That's the great news. We do the heavy lifting, right? We really do want to give you that time back. And as I've mentioned, this is built for the trade specifically. Our bookkeepers specialize in this type of work, and the dedicated bookkeeping team, they know the categorization, they know all that tricky stuff that I think a lot of us might be questioning ourselves on. They have the right answer there, so you can always lean on them and trust, their work there. And then, of course, the expert support. We've taken great lengths, to make sure that we are available to you guys anytime that you might need. And again, whether that's a simple question just about general accounting, or if you want to understand a report, go through a report, make sure that you're reading it correctly, bookkeepers will absolutely do that with you. Right, now we're going to get into some tax info, guys. We all love tax time, and it's around the corner, so this is perfect timing. With our HCP tax offering, we've gone through great lengths there as well to get you experts in tax, and get these things handled for you in a timely manner. So no more missed deadlines, no more fees, waiting until the summer to figure out the fall. We'll handle it all for you. And of course, that's just one great extension of using the accounting software at the same time, right? All of that information will all be worked on together. So in addition to bookkeeping, we are offering a professional tax filing and advisory service. So we can support you all the way through the financial side of the business. You do get unlimited access to a tax expert year-round, which means guidance on deductions, compliance, planning, and real-time answers whenever you need them. When tax season comes, we handle the full federal and state filing for you. So no more hunting down documents or paying huge last-minute CPA bills to get things pulled in. We've pretty much got all of that info already here in the system for you. So everything is done within one unified platform. Your bookkeeping and taxes all handled by one team. No more handoffs, duplicated work, miscommunications, massive room for errors there, when you're playing telephone. So if you're behind on filings, we can also help you there. Just similar to our catch-up, accounting, bookkeeping going back, we can also assist with catch-up filings for 24, 23. So just let us know if that's something that could be of use to you. We can certainly help out there. And we just want, obviously, biggest thing here, we want to give you peace of mind. Just knowing that the books and the taxes are taken care of right away by the same team and in the same place. As you can imagine, putting yourself in that picture, big headaches are removed, when you have a one-stop shop and you have some go-to people. And last up, well, I want to talk onboarding here. And I think a lot of people are always confused or concerned that onboarding is going to be this massive undertaking and there's going to be trainings and it's a big thing. But I want you guys to realize it's white glove onboarding. So what we do here, we take our dedicated bookkeepers, we get them with an onboarding specialist or pro with an onboarding specialist. You guys meet for your first call. We'll securely connect bank accounts, credit cards, anything that you need connected there, we can do that on that call. Then we set up third-party view-only access, right? So we're not gonna, or the bookkeeping team, they're just gonna see like behind the scenes. They're not gonna see everything in your account. Again, it's only, or view-only, can't go in and do work. And then next up, you'll review everything together and just make sure that the setup has been completed. And then from there, we'll start on your books. It's really not as big of a lift as some might think or assume. It really truly is a couple calls at most. We get you set up, and from there we just start the work. Of course, we do have the ongoing support, which I've mentioned before. So you'll always have access to come back to your bookkeeping team if you forgot something or needed clarity on something. We're always going to be there to support in that way. So just want to shout out, the onboarding team we have, it's a great team. They work directly with bookkeepers. You're going to move through that process very smoothly. So yeah, onboarding is not as scary as some might think. All right, guys, and that is all for me. Here, I'll stop share. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for going through that, JB. I think we want to take, Caitlin, I know we want to show what the accounting platform kind of looks like, but I want to take a moment and maybe answer some of these questions in between here. I know we've got a couple pros asking here if there's any sort of, we want to get to this at the end, we can. If there's any sort of uh, discount or incentive for having both accounting and tax, see if there's a discount for both. Can
We're not
anybody
currently
speak to that?
We're not currently offering a discount for purchasing both of those things, but we are offering introductory discounts to try them out. So, I think, for accounting right now, we've got a 3-month promo where you'll get a pretty steep discount there for 3 months while you get your first few months of books done and, really make that decision if it works for you. And same for tax. We also have a pretty steep discount, at least to get you in to see the value there. And then I think the pricing will probably make a lot more sense once you understand the true value behind the products.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then Aaron, I want to answer your question as well. And to any Canadian pros that are watching, I do apologize. These are not available in Canada. Hopefully one day we're able to expand out there, but I don't want to waste any of your time if you're here watching. So just to let you know that. And then Patricia, I'm going to drop a link for you right now for everybody if you're interested in learning more and getting on a call with the team here. There will be a link for you to book. Drop that in a second. But Caitlin, over to you.
Awesome. So I am going to give you all a quick overview of the accounting platform. And so when you sign up for bookkeeping with us, what do you actually get from that? Um, so I am just looking for my screen now. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we all recognize this home page. This is Housecall Pro homepage right there. So, as you might expect, accounting and tax are both housed on the My Money page. They're going to be over here on the left, just below your payments and business financing. So, we click into accounting, we can see that there are a few different options. First up on the list is going to be accounting tasks. This is what we need from you, and we learn what we need from you over time. So this area does become less, there are fewer questions over time because we learn about you, we learn how your business operates. So a couple of things that we see on this page. At the very top, we see 3 different widgets. We see my bookkeeping team, we see the book status widget, and we see the linked banks. This is actually at the top of every single page in accounting. So you always have access to contact us, see, who is your bookkeeping team lead, bookkeeping advisor, who's the bookkeeper directly working in your account. Would you like to chat with them? Would you like to book a Zoom call with them? Because they will meet with you and you can define, what's your preference here? Do you prefer that they call you in the middle of the day? Do you prefer they call you in the afternoon or in the morning? You can tell them when works best for you, so they're not calling when does not work best for you. We are very accessible. We want you to talk to us. We want to hear from you, and this is the place to make that happen. Then you have your books status widget up here, so you can see what is happening with your books in real time here. So we have all of these other months in 2025 are completed, but we still have October, November that are in progress here. These can update to change in review, which means we are running our QA review on these. We set multiple eyes to make sure that we are doing things accurate from 0 to 100. So we have multiple ways for you to see how your books are going. We also have linked bank accounts here, so you can come in at any point You open up a new bank account, you can add it in at any point, and it will immediately start feeding into our system, and bookkeepers will automatically start working on those new bank accounts. You can also update them if you need to. You'll get a notification if for some reason a token refreshes with your bank. We need you to reestablish that connection. You will get a notification here, so you're not having a loss of time with your bookkeeping. With that, we've also got some accounting settings here. So you can see, when do you want to be reminded about different things? Do you have transaction requests here? Do you want to hear from us daily, weekly, monthly? You can set that there. Then we have the actual tasks. So we have two different types of tasks. We have transactions and we have documents. As you can see from this one, Zelle is not the most descriptive for us. So we don't know if this payment to Diego is, maybe you were buying tools from Diego, or maybe Diego's a subcontractor. We don't know. So we will post this to you and we'll ask for your thoughts here. If we start to see this recurring and you reply to this the same way every time, we will stop asking and we will start taking that forward. If we need any documents from you, we will also ask for those here. So this is what we need from you. This is the page there. Now, what do you get from us? So we've got all sorts of financial data in here for you. So you can see some easy widgets right up front, money in, money out, what's happening here. You can also dig in to see more detail. Which months were more productive than others? You can go into the actual transactions themselves. This one's expenses or income. This next one is expenses here. So you can take a look at all of these. You also have reports available to you that you can then open up. You can drill into, you can look at certain segments throughout the year. You can group them however you want to. You can click into them. What did I spend $2,500 on that month for expenses? So for materials, click into it, see the exact transaction, head back, look into another month from there. So these are very easy to navigate. You just open them up and click into them, and you can see more details. Then you can educate yourself and make good decisions for your business from here. And these are going to be updated every month for you. This isn't something you go in and look at quarterly and, oh, let me go update these. No, you have someone here who's keeping these up to date month over month. The final page here is documents. This is our free document upload. If you know that we're going to ask for something, you can just pop it in here preemptively and we will take it and we will run. So we're happy to see it here. If you want to send us anything, this space is for you. Awesome.
Sweet. Thanks for walking us through. All right, answering a couple questions here. Akila, we'll head over to your direction. I know we wanted to talk about the time of year, right? It's time for our pros to start thinking about getting their books cleaned up. We're approaching 2026 pretty quickly. I know personally when I was a pro, especially when I first started out, my books were a mess. And the longer you put that off, the harder it is going to be on you.
Yes, definitely. Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Akila. I'm one of the enrolled agents in the tax department. So I'm one of the tax advisors that you'd be working with. Welcome to Pro Power Hour. I just want a few minutes of your time to go over some of the importance of planning for tax prep and why now is a great time. My goal today is to make things simple, clear, and actionable for you. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so why accounting and tax advisory matters, especially at this point in time, when you're running your home service business, it's easy to get buried in the day-to-day and forget that your financials are the heartbeat of your company. Our department services help you avoid surprise tax help you avoid surprises at tax time, keep your books accurate, help you keep clean financials, and give you real financial insight so you can make smart business decisions. Good accounting isn't just reporting the past, it's actually also helping you plan for the future. End of year planning is one of the biggest opportunities business owners miss. A lot of decisions affect this year's taxes, but only if you take action before the end of the year, so before December 31st. End of year planning helps you maximize deductions, reduce your taxable income, plan for payroll decisions, and make sure you're fully prepared for filing season. When you onboard, we're not just cleaning up your books, we're actually giving you options, more clarity, and more control. So let me just give you some examples. I want to show you two real-world numerical examples that highlight why year-end planning is so important and why now is a great time to onboard with accounting and tax. So this first example, we're going to start with, here we have a S Corp owner who earned $100,000 in net profit, but they didn't run payroll all year, which is a requirement for the S Corp election. They only took owner draws. When that happens, the IRS doesn't see these draws as wages. And if you don't run payroll, you can lose your S Corp election and end up being taxed like a sole proprietor. So here you'll see, for example, let's say the owner, this is before advisory. This column shows numbers before advisory. The owner had zero wages, didn't pay any FICA tax for himself as an employee, didn't pay FICA tax as the employer, didn't withhold any income tax. So his taxable income is the $100,000. So on his personal tax return, let's say his tax would be about $22,000 if he's at the 22% tax bracket. He most likely will also lose his S Corp election, so he'll have to pay self-employment tax, which is $15,300. So that's a total of $37,500 versus if the person had gotten tax advisory before December 31st and I advised them to run payroll for themselves, they could have paid the FICA tax before the end of the year for themselves as the employer, still have, and then their withholding would be about $11,000 on $50,000. That would leave $50,000 as taxable income and $11,000 as taxable income on their 1040 at their actual tax return, which is about $29,000 in tax instead of $37,000 in tax. So simply by meeting before the end of the year, me making a recommendation and us doing all the work, you could save about, this pro would have saved at least somewhere around $8,000 in tax when they did their taxes. Okay, let me give you another example. So now let's look at the second example, which is something we constantly come across with home service pros. This contractor made $100,000 net income, but business boomed. And well, they made $100,000 in net income last year. And let's say business is booming this year, they've seen a 40% growth, but they're paying estimated tax based on their last year net income. So their income increased by $40,000 and at a combined federal and self-employment rate of 37.3%, assuming they're in the 22% tax bracket, that's an additional $14,920 in taxes. Then they'll also most likely will get an underpayment penalty that I'll estimate to be around $600. So that's about $15,000 and a surprise tax bill in April, when I could have told them you can either make an additional estimated tax payment, or at least they'll have a heads up. We could strategize or look at some other strategies that we may be able to implement before the end of the year to avoid that large tax bill. So when we talk about year-end planning, these are the kinds of real savings and real stress relief we're talking about. These aren't hypothetical numbers. These are real scenarios we see every single day. And the earlier you onboard, the more opportunities we have to help you.
Thank you so much for going through that.
You're very welcome.
Um, Pros, I want to open it up for any more questions. Now's the time. I know we've got a couple in here. Again, I did drop a link, so if you're interested in learning more about the solutions, you want to talk to somebody, you want to find out a little bit about what the cost would be to you, I'd recommend booking a call. No pressure. You can talk with one of our success advisors and find out a little bit more. A couple other questions we've got here, starting with Patrick. This is a common question I see in our Facebook group a lot. Is the accounting option still utilizing bench accounting, or is it all now within HCP?
That is all in HCP. I was actually here for the bench days, so totally understand why the question would surface. But no, we've excuse me, we've taken a lot of time and effort to again like find our own bookkeepers, our own tax experts, and bring them all in house. We fully built the solution here, so no more leaving to other vendors or anything like that. It's truly within one place.
And then looks like we have a comment here from Jen. You may want to mention use cash basis. Okay. Brenda is interested in HCP. Okay. Does anybody want to tackle that one?
Yeah. Just to be transparent there, we do only operate on cash basis businesses at this time. We do not support accrual accounting or bookkeeping at this time. It is something that could be in the works down in the future, but yeah, just to be transparent there. And really quick, I saw Peter asking about the end of year. It's not really an end of year purchase. It's more of a monthly type cost throughout the year. And the overall cost ends up depending on what it is you need as far as taxes go. So, there are different electives and things like that that will kind of understand how you're filing and things. That's going to determine that end of year price. But I would highly recommend just at least chatting with, a success advisor and kind of going a little deeper there because we very well may be able to support you.
All right. Last call. Any other questions? Looking at our FAQs, it looks like we answered, I think, most of those, talked about the support options, which is really great. It's something that you really need when you're working on your books. I know I had a bookkeeper a few years ago who I could never get a hold of. Larry, let's see. You're currently using QuickBooks. Will HCP accounting completely replace QuickBooks?
Yes, it will.
Yep.
Absolutely. You can cut that cost off the bill. We will completely replace QuickBooks.
Yeah, I know that's like a common pain point for a lot of our pros that are using the integration. It's messy, it's hard to keep track of, especially if you're a one-man show and you're doing everything. It's really beneficial to jump over to the HCP accounting side. I've talked with large and small pros, and I know it works for everybody, but especially if you are a smaller business, I would recommend take the pressure off. Jen, someone on the Facebook group was asking about cutting checks. And he's been doing that through QB. Yeah, we don't offer any kind of check cutting service, do we?
No, that if you're talking more in like payroll, we do have a payroll solution that would cut checks to your employees. But yeah.
Makes sense. By the way, too, if anybody is interested in payroll, we did a session last year. We probably need to do a new one. It's probably a little out of date now, but we did a session last year highlighting the payroll solution. If you're jumping on accounting, you might as well jump on payroll too.
Mhm.
All right. Not seeing anything else come through. Does anybody want to share any last thoughts? Caitlin, JB, Keila?
The only
Yeah.
thing that I don't remember us saying, but I seen it in the frequently asked questions was that people were asking a lot about sales tax. Do we offer a service to help them remit and file their sales tax? We do not. The accounting department can help you itemize it. So make a line item on your profit and loss statement so that you can see the sales tax and you can track it, and so that you can file and pay the sales tax. And the tax advisors are enrolled agents, so we're tax experts, experts in all tax. We don't provide the service, but we can give you some guidance on it.
I was actually going to jump in. I think I saw them mention the more like vendors cutting checks to their vendors. Right now, we do have a solution for this. It's called Bill Pay. It's free to use right now. Generally, there's a cost for this kind of service, but it's free to use. It's not technically a part of the accounting solution itself. It's kind of separate, but we do have a solution to set up automatic payments like that. Yeah.
To that help article on bill pay. And then Patrick, I'm sure we could follow up with you if we need to, but in terms of moving data in or out, how easy do we make that for our pros?
It's very simple. It's as simple as an export. There are buttons on that dashboard where you can do that monthly as well if you just want to have your own records. Outside of HCP, you can do that. But yeah, you can absolutely download all files and work that we've done if you choose to move.
I'm going to drop the link one more time for anybody that might have missed it. If you're interested in talking to somebody, learning a little bit more, seeing if our accounting or tax solutions can work for you, you can book a call with that link. Pick a time that's convenient. Otherwise, JB, Akila, Caitlin, thank you so much. Really appreciate you taking the time. Pros, I do want to recommend too, if you want to come to office hours, something we do every Friday. It's a great place to come and ask questions among your peers, among other pros, as well as myself and a couple of HCP staff members there to support you. So every Friday at 11 Pacific, 2 Eastern. It's for an hour. It's totally open. Bring any topic, any question, any inquiry. We'd love to have you. I can get you a link to that if you're interested. And then otherwise, next week is going to be our last Pro Power Hour before the holidays, before the end of the year. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, Jen, I'll get you the summit recordings. We'll be talking about the dashboard and the homepage. There's been a lot of questions about that, about reporting. Additionally, Roland is doing a webinar next Thursday talking about 2026 trends and getting your reporting on track. Not directly related to accounting, but kind of goes hand in hand if you want to get on top of your numbers. So I'd recommend getting signed up for that too. Mike, yeah, let me get you the link right now. And then, yeah, again, for anybody that missed the summit last week, if you're interested, shoot me an email or comment in the chat here, and I will follow up with you and get you all those recordings. Just grab that office hours link. And once you're signed up for office hours, just add it to your calendar. You'll be registered for every week. There we go. So, okay, well, I think that's going to do it. We'll see everyone next week. Y'all, thanks again. And we'll do this again sometime next year.
Bye.
Thanks,
All right, thank you.
everyone.